Hello everyone, welcome to this session on moment distribution method. And in case of moment distribution method, the procedure is quite similar to the earlier ones. That is, it has been basically been used for indeterminate structure, and this has been the most widely used method, wherein directly we will be getting the final moments. So the steps involved in calculating or to find out the solution by moment distribution method is, first is to find out what is fixed end moments. Next is to find out what is distribution factor. So here the change comes, what is basically called as distribution factor. Then the last step is called as distribution table. Now in case of distribution table itself, we will be getting what is nothing but called as final moments. So while solution for slope deflection method, we used to calculate what is fixed end moment. So similar formulas will be used that we are supposed to use for slope deflection method. Similar formulas shall be adopted here also for to find out the fixed end moment. Now to calculate distribution factor will be computed for two cases. So basically distribution factor is computed for intermediate structures. So intermediate structures means intermediate supports. Intermediate supports means we are going to understand which are nothing but the intermediate support, which are the end supports. So we are supposed to look at how many intermediate supports are there, and corresponding to the number of intermediate supports, we are supposed to check out what type of end support it will belong to. Now for example, if I have a beam in this particular fashion, wherein there are three supports A, B and C, and amongst this A, B and C, A is an end support, C is an end support, whereas B is an intermediate support. Why it is called as intermediate support is because B is sandwiched in between A and C. B is a support sandwiched in between A and C. For that reason, this particular support is called as an intermediate support. Now we will find out distribution factor for only for support B, distribution factor only for support B, not for support A and C. Reason, because A and C are end support, we are not going to find out distribution factor for A and C. We are going to find out distribution factor only for this particular support, which is support B. Now once I belong to distribution factor at support B, members connected to B are BA and BC. Member connected to B on the left hand side is BA and on the right hand side is BC. Once we note down the members connected to joint B, that is, this is joint B, members connected to joint B is BA and BC. Once we note down the number of members connected to joint B on the left hand side and on the right hand side, I need to look at the second alphabet, that is B is the position where I am going to write and A is the position, and at A what type of support it is? Fixed support. So if A is fixed, if end support is fixed, formula will be 4EI by L. Likewise, if end support is hinged, roller or simply supported, then formula shall be 3EI by L. So basically there will be two formulas that will come into picture. Is one is 4EI by L, other one is 3EI by L. 4EI by L will come is when the end support is fixed. If any other support apart from fixed, the formula shall be used as 3EI by L for hinge support, for roller support, for simply supported. All those particular cases, formula shall be 3EI by L. So standing at point B and looking at its support at point A, if A is fixed, then formula is 4EI by L. Likewise, standing at point B and looking at support C, C is again a fixed support, so formula shall be again 4EI by L. This is the case. Now if I want to note down the distribution factor here, the table shall be written here: serial number, joint, members, relative stiffness RS, total stiffness TS, and distribution factor will be K divided by summation K. K means relative stiffness, summation K means total stiffness. So in this particular diagram, if I happen to refer, how many intermediate support we have? Only one intermediate support, so one serial number, and the type of intermediate support is joint B. So joint B, member connected to joint B are BA and BC. Relative stiffness for BA, we need to look at the support A. A is fixed, so it is 4EI by L. Now C is also fixed, so it is again 4EI by L. Now total relative stiffness will be 4EI by L plus 4EI by L. So total it will be 8EI by L. Total it shall be 8EI by L. Now if you consider this now, K divided by summation K, 4EI by L divided by 8EI by L. So as a resultant, EI by L gets cancelled out. 4 ones are 4 twos are. So you will be getting it as 1 by 2. So this is 1 by 2 means what? 0.5. Similarly, 4EI by L here divided by 8EI by L, again this shall come as 0.5. So this is how we are supposed to find out distribution factor. That is the second step that will be required to solve by moment distribution method, that is nothing but the distribution factor. If I reconsider one more example, now what I had considered here is point A, B and C. If I consider one more example, again three supports A, B and C. A, B and C. Now here if you look at this particular example, A is again an end support, C is also an end support, B is an intermediate support because B is sandwiched in between A and C. Now if I write down the distribution factor for this, again I need to note down joint, serial number first, joint, distribution factor, that is member connected for joint for the intermediate support. Then it is relative stiffness, total stiffness. Relative stiffness will be called as K, total stiffness will be called as summation K, distribution factor will be K divided by summation K. Now look at this particular diagram. In this particular diagram, if I happen to, I am going to note down in this particular table only the intermediate support. Now if you happen to observe in this particular diagram, there are only one intermediate support, so only one serial number. Member connected is joint B, and member connected at joint B are BA and BC. And at A, now what is the difference between earlier problem and this problem here? Here A was fixed support. When it was fixed, you took it as 4EI by L. Now if you look back at this particular diagram, A is an end support, and end support is simply supported. So formula shall be here now as 3EI by L. If it had to be fixed, then it should be 4EI by L. Likewise, if we consider B and look back at C, it is again simply supported. Formula will be 3EI by L. Total will be 3EI by L plus 3EI by L will be 6EI by L. And if we divide it again, it shall be 0.5 and 0.5. Now here reason for considering 3EI by L and here for 4EI by L, reason here is, here 4EI by L because both the ends are fixed. Here both the ends are simply supported. Now if for same example, if I make this particular arrangement A, B and C. Now if you look at this particular diagram, A is an end support, C is an end support, B is an intermediate support. Now serial number, joint, member, relative stiffness K, total stiffness summation K, distribution factor is equal to K divided by summation K. Now serial number 1, joint is B, member connected to B are BA and BC. So when I write BA, I need to look at what type of support A is. A is an end support and type of support A is simply supported. So what should be the formula now? 3EI by L. Likewise, if I stand at B and look at support C, now C is fixed. So formula will be 4EI by L. Now 3EI by L, 4EI by L. Here it is 3EI by L because A is simply supported. Here it is 4EI by L because it is fixed support. If we add both, the total shall come out as 7EI by L. Now if you check this particular value now, what will happen for BA? BA will be 3EI by L. For BA, it will be 3EI divided by L divided by 4EI divided by L. So EI by L gets cancelled out. 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 shall come as 3 by 4 shall come as 0.75. So this will be 3 by 4. 3 by 4 shall be 0.75. Now if you get 0.75 here, next value should be 0.25, because after addition you should get the total distribution as 1, because here also the total distribution after adding should come at as 1. Earlier problem also, whatever is the total number of distribution you are going to get, after addition it should come at as 1. It is unit distribution. Likewise here, if you take now this particular case now, for BC, K value is 4EI by L and total stiffness value is 7EI by L. So it is, if you get cancel up, it is 4 by 7. So 4 by 7, if you check out, it shall come as, this is 3EI by L divided by 7EI by L, 3 by 7. 3 by 7, please check out again. It should come as 0.43. Now if you check it as 0.43, 1 minus 0.43, here it should get it as 0.57. We'll verify this now. Now if you check out here, 4EI by L divided by 7EI by L, 4 by 7, it shall come it as 0.57. So total distribution factor should come it as 1. So this is how we are supposed to find out. So most important thing is, if your end support is fixed, then formula is 4EI by L. If your end support is simply supported, roller, hinge, then formula will be 3EI by L. Okay, this is what is the most important formula that is required. Now if I get a continuous beam of this particular order, that is, if we have n number of intermediate supports, if I get this particular order, wherein if I name it as A, B, C and D. Now if you check out here, we need to first note down which all are the end support. Here end support is A, D is an end support. Now what type of support will be B and C? B and C will be intermediate support. So B and C will be intermediate support. B and C will be intermediate support, because B is sandwiched in between A and C, C is sandwiched between B and D. So if you note down the table here, it is serial number, joint, member, relative stiffness K, total stiffness summation K, distribution factor will be K divided by summation K. Now serial number 1. So how many serial number we need to note down here? There are 2 intermediate supports, so we are going to note down 2 serial numbers, first and 2. In first serial number it will be B, in second serial number it will be C. And how many members are connected at B now? On the left hand side it is BA, right hand side it is BC. And how many members are connected at C? On the left hand side it is CB, right hand side it will be CD. Left hand side will be CB, right hand side will be CD. Now when I write down the relative stiffness here, most important thing, when I write down the relative stiffness here, I need to check out what type of support A is. When I write down BA, what type of support A is? A is an end support, and type of end support at A is fixed. So it will be fixed support. A is fixed, so formula will be 4EI by L. So formula what you are going to write it for BA will be 4EI divided by L. Now when you look at B and C, now C, even though it is simply supported, it is intermediate support. And assumption here is all intermediate supports are assumed to be rigid. This is the same condition that we had considered even for slope deflection method, wherein all intermediate supports are assumed to be rigid. Now since C is intermediate supports and intermediate supports are assumed to be rigid, BC when I consider, C is intermediate support. Please do remember, it is not end support. It is intermediate support. And all intermediate supports are assumed to be rigid, which means it is fixed. So formula will be what now? 4EI by L. So BC also it will be 4EI by L. Don't go away, straight away going by looking at the simply supported condition and adopt the formula as 3I by L. You are going to use as 3I by L only when it is end support. Now come back to CB now. Now CB, when I come back here, B I need to look back now. Now B, what I have written here, intermediate support. Intermediate support. All intermediate supports are assumed to be rigid. Rigid means what? Fixed. So as soon as you write down fixed, then what formula you should write now? 4EI by L. So as soon as you write down it as fixed, you need to write it as 4EI by L. Now look back at C and D now. C and D. Now C and D is not intermediate, whereas B was intermediate. D is not intermediate. D is what? End support. D is end support. What type of end support it is? Simple support.